Hello, I'm Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, using tarot to help you do the inner work, heal yourself, and create the life that you truly want to live as a result. This is today's tarot. It's for all signs. It's for Monday, the 14th of October, 2024. I hope you're doing well. Just 4 cards came out, but in 2 twos. I was just figuring out which one are the cards I'm meant to take. I've got them now. Anyway, I've got a membership on my channel now. You might see a join button down there. Click it. Join my membership. I'm doing a live every day these days because I've committed to meditating every day. So I'm doing it live here on my channel that's available to everybody. But straight after that, every single day, I'm doing a live channeled show just for members only. Would love to have you as part of that. Click that join button down there. If you can't see it, then go on a different device or a different kind of a browser. Now, we've got the Grace and the Awakening card. So we're waking up to something which is going to get us into the flow more. The Grace card comes out. Grace is a lovely state to be in. It's when like the magic happens. Everything is happening for us. We're feeling connected. We're feeling like the universe is like bringing us opportunities, the right people at the right time. It's all working out. You know, we go through the green traffic lights. There's always a spot for us outside of the shop that we're going to. It's just like everything works out like that. That's the state of grace. We get ourselves into that. We get ourselves into that state. The better we feel about ourselves, the better we feel about our life, the more we sort out our internal garbage that's going on, the trauma, all the stuff that we've got going on that stops us from being present, stops us from being kind, stops us from, like, you know, the internal stuff. The more we sort that out, the more we get into this grace as well. I have noticed. And have you noticed too that when we knock ourselves out of it, or we get knocked out of it by something that happens in life, that state, you know, when you're angry, what happens is you bang your toe on things and then your clothes, it gets stuck on the door handle, right? When you walk past it, you're chopping things and you chop your finger at the same. All of that, all the bad stuff happens when we're not in that state, when something's knocked us out of that state. Right? We've all experienced that. We can experience this state of grace, and it could be something wakes you up to it. It's actually a choice, but the choice very difficult to get into when you haven't healed a lot of your stuff. But it's not impossible. Even if you haven't healed your stuff, you can meditate for long periods of time and get into that state. Meditation is good for anybody anyway, whether you heal yourself or not, but it can help with healing too, help with clarity, helps with everything, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, excuse me. We've got freedom. So you could be setting yourself free from something, or realizing that you are free of something, free to do what you want to do, be who you want to be, free of something. Perhaps you put up a boundary to something, like, I don't need this in my life anymore, and that could get you into the flow. Because sometimes we can be around people or keep ourselves in situations still putting up with it, and that keeps us out of the flow. Sometimes we can have sorted out energy, but we'll still be putting up with it from someone else. And if we just release that person or that job or whatever it is, that pattern that we've got, you can find out, oh, I don't even have this problem anymore. Now I'm not around them, you know? For example, you could have been, because it is very tempting to be drawn into drama, gossip, and all of that kind of thing. It's tempting. It is. It's the way the algorithms run on that very same energy. It's so tempting, but it takes our energy down if we do it. So if you have worked through, if you're not like a gossiper, if you don't do those things yourself and you don't seek that stuff out, and you know, you can see a comment on something and not react to it. If you've sorted that out within yourself, but your mates are still into all of that, you might find that just moving away from them, and it's like, oh, I thought I was still working on this drama or gossip thing that I had going on, but it turns out I don't have that going on at all anymore. If I just wasn't hanging out with the people that were doing that, I'm completely free of it. Life experience could change, because we are vibrational beings, and so it is very difficult to hold a certain vibration and be around those people that are holding different vibrations at the same time. We attune to each other. It's a healthy thing to attune to each other as well. Ambition, as long as the people are healthy. We've got ambition out here too, so you might be feeling ambitious today. You might be like, to the universe and beyond. You know, it's like, oh, I can do anything if I'm in this grace. in this state of grace. And indeed you can. You've got access to the whole universe. The whole universe is on your side. Death and rebirth, major change. Yeah, so it could be, if you're in this flow, if you find that flow state today, that state of grace, get focused on your biggest dreams, the biggest changes that you want in your life. Oh, I thought that card was coming out then. But it didn't. There's too many. I can't take them. Okay, next out we've got the lovers. The lovers, well, it's about the lovers. Partnerships, but I don't know. The lovers to me, it's not so much about a partnership, you know, not a great love match. It could be, but it doesn't. It's very light, lovers, you know. It's a relationship light, I would call it. Six of Pentacles, reciprocation. We could be talking about noticing lack of reciprocation or noticing that someone is reciprocating. In relationship, it could be, or in something else. We've got Ace of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. So an exciting start, Nine of Pentacles, and a win for you. Like you could have been putting energy into something. This could be your work and you could be getting paid for it or getting a bonus or, you know, things just working out for you now. There's a lot of good cards on the table. Let's get deeper into it. Death and rebirth is a major change in your life. Like conditions are changing. The Death and Rebirth card has been coming out a lot lately, have you noticed? And it does tend to come up when we are going through major endings, major beginnings, like deaths and births and marriage and divorce and all those big things, you know, moving house, moving continent, as I've done a few times. Let's see what it's about this time. Three of Voices and Ten of Materials. So the Ten of Materials is about something that you build up thinking it was for the long term, but there's heartbreak around that. So this could be a business that failed, or a family that fell apart, or yeah, something big like that. Heartbreak. Could be healing that heartbreak now. Could be. And that could be what's setting you free. The more healing we do, the better life gets, for sure. There's divine timing and retreat behind that. So you might be feeling a little bit quiet. But it's for divine timing. Now, with what I was talking about there, about the gossip thing, it might not be about gossip, but that was just an example that I think a lot of us might resonate with or might have experienced something like that. If you just get away from those people, you find that you don't do that kind of thing and you wouldn't be a part of that kind of thing, instead of staying with the people that are doing that and fighting it. You know, it doesn't need to be a part of our experience. So the freedom comes from that. Well, divine timing and retreat, it is like that too. So some of you might be perhaps deciding or perhaps recognizing that there is, in a Ten of Materials, in something that you've built up, a negative energy there, perhaps a narcissistic energy or abusive kind of an energy, and it's like, this breaks my heart, I need to get out of there. Divine timing for retreat. It feels like it's either repairing from a retreat that you did in the past, of leaving something behind that broke your heart still, because it does break our heart even when we leave things behind, even when it's our choice, it still breaks our heart. We still go through loss, we still go through grief, right? Take it as it resonates in your life. The lovers. Why have we got the lovers here? Who's this? What they're doing? They better be offering something good and not just to what you're doing at 3 a.m. A High Priestess. To which I wake up at 6 a.m. and reply, I was sleeping like any normal human being would at 3 a.m. High Priestess is behind that. The High Priestess is about our intuition. I need more than that. So you've got an intuition about a lover. What's our intuition then? Like you don't know, but the devil is not good. It's not good. So like I said, relationships light. The lovers, to me, it's just like, lover, really? If you're not offering more than that, I'm not going to be offering you the whole lover thing, you know? I don't know about you, totally up to you, but you might have an intuition about someone. Only wanting one thing, perhaps, not willing to offer anything more than that. Forgive them. Forgive them for being just that. I mean, there's a lot of them out there at the moment, it seems. You know, not wanting to make any effort at all. Up to them. If they don't want to make an effort, they don't have to have a relationship, do they? Not with me anyway, not with you probably. Six of Pentacles, because reciprocation, noticing lack of reciprocation perhaps. You do something for them and then they don't do it for you. You give them space, but they don't give you space. You call them, but they don't call you, you know? That's lack of reciprocation. And then walk away. Yes, walk away. The sooner the better. The sooner we pick up on these signs that it's not going to be a healthy relationship because they're not offering anything. If someone was in a good place and they had healed themselves and sorted themselves out enough to know for a healthy relationship they need to reciprocate, at least, you know, they need to put energy into it. If it's something that someone really wants, they'll put energy into it. And if they've developed themselves and done the healing work and figured out how to have healthy relationships, how to relate, how to attune to someone and all of that kind of thing, then they're going to be putting effort into that, and you're going to notice it and you'll recognize it. If someone's not doing that, notice sooner rather than later and get out sooner rather than later. It'll be better for you. Yes, walk away. Joy and growth is behind that, because you've grown and you're allowed to have joy, you know, and we can notice when people aren't growing. It's really obvious, in fact, if they haven't done that growth. If people haven't done the growth, if they haven't been in therapy, if they've not done that growth, if they're not healing themselves, and if they're not learning and be practicing, you know, and realizing, being aware of themselves and practicing. Oh, I used to be passive aggressive, but now I deal with things in this way instead. I'm being upfront about it. Oh, I used to not say what my feelings or my needs were, and now I talk up about it. If someone's not doing that, realizing what their deficient patterns are and actually working on it, then they're not with a growth mindset. They're not going to be healthy for a relationship. They're just not. They're just not, right? So Ace of Wands. But here you go. You've got this new start. It's exciting. 9 of Pentacles, probably about your work. And so you could be getting paid, or something really taking off now, getting noticed, getting paid. 8 of Materials, getting paid. It's a bonus. It's more payment, more money coming in, more success. It's that kind of thing. You're getting back to something that you're putting in. Work-wise. 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Materials. And Ace of Wands, something you're passionate about too. And what's behind that is new beginnings, feminine energy, and emotional release. This feels like making no excuses for it. You know how we've been taught to make excuses for ourselves and say, sorry, but before we speak up, women, we're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that anymore. Did you get the memo? We're not doing that anymore. We're not diminishing ourselves anymore. We're like, I deserve this. I deserve this. Like letting go of those emotional excuses, or excusing ourselves. Like, I'm sorry to be a bother, but I have needs. I have needs too. What about our love lives, please? For those of us single, what's going on? Romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. So there's a bit of romance going on. It could just be this. It could just be this. Be real though. Be your full self. Do not diminish your light. Shine it bright. Show someone who you are, and if they can't live up to that, if they say that you're too much, it's like, well, go and find someone that's much less, and I'll go and find someone that's much more than you. Thank you. Bye. What else in our love lives? So be your full self, of course. People are out there. They're trying to find who's right for them, and so we've got to be our true selves, right? So that they can choose. There's differences. Trust that someone's going to come along with that doesn't have those differences, that is on your level. The more times we say no in anything in life, the quicker we get to the yes. It's still going to be a selection process. I don't think there's like a massive pool, dating pool of single people who have done the work. Perhaps there will be. 10, 20, 30 years time, there could be. Drought, yeah, see. As I was saying that, a drought card came out, and a dream come true. So you might be really, really focused on what would be great for you, and you might be. There's crickets out there though, right? But here's the thing, like I've been saying in the last 2 days, the resources are out there now to heal ourselves. People like me, healers, therapists, people that have been doing this for a long time, figuring it out ourselves, finding this new way of sorting it out, of healing ourselves, of finding a healthy way of being. We've all been doing our separate work, and we've come up with similar stories, similar things that we're doing, and we're helping other people to heal themselves with it. The resources are out there. The help is out there. So people have got no excuses really to hold on to that stuff, to not grow, you know. There are no excuses. And so don't let people make excuses for that. Keep that dream alive. But yeah, I don't think there are that many of them, but there will be. There will be. I guess the more we inspire people by being happy. Like, what did you do? Why are you happy? You're like, because I healed myself and I sorted stuff out. I did it with a therapist and meditating and doing all of these things. Tell them how you did it. Inspire people to do that. We've got a rat, someone working against you behind your back. Ugh. Cat, two-faced friend. What was I saying about the gossips and all of that kind of thing? Whatever that energy is, this rat, cat, bat energy, I don't feel like it's in your energy. I think you just need to stop being around people like that. Stepping into a new experience. You see, it might be just like a change of workplace is needed. You might be just around people and you don't have a choice of to be around them because you work with them, and it might be that. There is a chance at freedom that's going to get you out of some energy that's just not you. Broken wishbone, a wish will not be granted. We've got clouds, temporary problems, and a dagger. Fear, worries, tense situations. Okay, it's not going to be easy, but you got this. Think of a yes or no answer question. I've got a red and a green crystal in the bag, and I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for our answer. It's just a bit of fun. This is a general reading, not a personal one, but if you do want a personal reading, they are available from my website. It's called behealing.com. It's the only way to get a reading from me through that website. I'll never message you. People pretend to be me. They use my photos, especially after I've done some paid advertising online. I get the scammers' attention and they pretend to be me, and then they message people pretending to be me. I never do stuff like that. I don't message people asking, do you want a reading? I just don't do that. You need to go to my website, behealing.com. So just don't be scammed by people. But behealing.com for anything from one question readings right up to soul contract readings that are on special at the moment. $100 off still. Snap them up. They're very popular, those ones. How best to deal with these energies today? I've got the Seven of Cups. Choose wisely. You know, the Seven of Cups, it's usually depicted, right, in the traditional tarot of lots of different cups. And like one's got a snake, one's got a ghost in it, one's got, I don't know, I can't remember. But, you know, we've got to choose wisely. We can't expect to pick up the cup with a snake in it and for it not to bite us. We can't. So we've got to be discerning, right? Notice these things sooner rather than later. We get better and better at that, spotting these things sooner, so it impacts us less. Take things slower as well, especially when you're getting to know people. Because people don't generally, you've got to be real here, people generally don't show themselves soon after you like show who they really are until a couple of months in, so give it time. So think of a yes or no answer question now. And that includes friendships, not just dating and romance. Friendships, people that you're working with, we don't really get to know them until they've relaxed and then, you know, can be their true selves. Think of a yes or no answer question now. Your answer is yes. Oh, it's not been yes for a while. There you go. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave me a comment. I love hearing from you, and consider clicking that join button down there as well. If you don't see a join button, go on a different browser or a different device. You'll see it. And if you become part of the membership to this lifetime, right now, currently for me, I'm doing a daily meditation, not just for members, on here live on my channel every single day. I'm meditating for myself, so I'm sharing it with you, inviting you to meditate with me. You don't have to do it live, you can do it in your own time. Just watch the replay. Do click like on that when you watch that replay as well. YouTube will show more people and get more people meditating. It'll bring more better energy to you and to everybody. But straight after that, each day, I'm doing a live for the members only. It's a private membership live. We can share. It's a safer space because it's just for members. And the channeling that I do goes deeper for the members. And if you catch me live, I can answer your questions and chat about it as well. It's more likely to be about your energy if you catch me live too. So do join if you want to. Anyway, enough. Have the best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.